Good morning everybody, and welcome to the Input Mapper check-in video for this week. Spent a lot of time yesterday working on the UI and trying to polish as much as I could to make it appear more of an application instead of just a bunch of parts thrown together. As part of that, now a lot of the core components of Input Mapper, such as mapping and the monitor and all that stuff, profiles, are all going to be developed as plugins now. Meaning they can be updated individually and even swapped out if the user desires to use somebody else's mapping plugin, for instance. It opens up a lot more functionality and flexibility of the program. Another thing I added was the ability for plugin developers to add menu items that correspond to the different devices on the device list itself. And that they can use to map their plugin to these devices and be able to map these devices back to their plugin and have a quick, UI way for people to get to that plugin information. Plugins all now inherit full classes instead of just interfaces, and what that does is it cleans up the code a lot more for plugin developers and takes a lot of the redundancy out, especially when it comes to simple things like defining collections and variables and disposals and methods that could be running behind the scenes. Plugin developers don't have to worry about writing any of that anymore since it's inheriting the class. The only thing that they would have to do is override it if, say, they needed to dispose of like threads or something that they're running in the background to pull, then they would have to override the dispose. But otherwise, it should make plugin development for developers a lot easier and a lot quicker. An example of that is I just wrote a XInput plugin that allows all 360 controllers to be used in Input Mapper now, and the code was literally just a couple hundred lines, and most of that was spent defining the buttons and controls. So it should make, even for entry-level developers, it should make it a lot easier. As I said, I wrote a plugin for XInput devices, and that allows people to use their 360 controllers, not only the 360 gamepad, but other 360 controllers like the wheel, the flight stick, the fighting pads. They can all be used in Input Mapper 2.0. Likewise, I'm also going to be creating a direct input plugin, and that will allow you to take any direct input devices and use it in Input Mapper 2.0. And devices like the DualShock 4 that have special capabilities like the light bar, the touchpad, you should still use a custom plugin for those to get those capabilities, as they're not part of the normal direct input standard. But the controller will still show up for its general functions if you want to do it that way, and you'll have access to the face buttons, the joysticks, and all that stuff. And what this means is any other controller that you have, regardless of the manufacturer or make or anything like that, if you plug it into your computer and it's recognized as a game controller, it'll work in Input Mapper 2.0. It might not have all the functionalities like touchpads or if it has anything fancy like that, but the basic controls will work. That's it for this week, guys. Make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube and you like us on Facebook, and follow us in the forums at inputmapper.com. Have a good one.